Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to start a new fresh chapter that is percentage. अभी जब भी हम परसेंटेज सुनते हैं डेफिनेटली हमें एक बात तो याद आ ही जाती है दैट इज अबाउट रिजल्ट्स. जब हम स्कूल में थे फर्स्ट स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट थर्ड स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट या फिर फिफ्थ टेंथ स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट इट इज ऑलवेज इन परसेंटेज कि टेंथ में 70% मिले 10% टेंथ में 80% मिले. So it is a very familiar word when we talk of percentage. तो ये तो हो गई टेंथ की बात स्कूलिंग की बात. उसके बाद हम कॉलेज जाते हैं ट्वेल्थ अगेन देर इज अ परसेंटेज दैट आई हैव गॉट 60% 90%. देन व्हेन वी गो टू ग्रेजुएशन अगेन फर्स्ट ईयर में इतने परसेंटेज मिले थर्ड ईयर में इतने फोर्थ ईयर में इतने. तो ये परसेंटेज जो वर्ड है वो हमारा पीछा कुछ छोड़ने वाला है नहीं. After graduation when you go to your job in business again you will come across this word कि सैलरी 5% बढ़ गई 5% से कटिंग हो गया या फिर जो कंपनी की ग्रोथ है या फिर प्रॉफिट है लेट्स से इट हैज इंक्रीज्ड बाय 10% या फिर कंपनी की जो कंपनी को जो लॉस हुआ है लेट्स से इट इज दैट कंपनी इज हैविंग अ लॉस in this year let's say by 5%. So wherever you go you will always come across the word percentage. Why? Because percentage, when we talk of percentage it is very we can say useful while comparing the results from the previous one. Also it is very helpful to setting up a target for the next year. Okay, so when we talk of quantitative aptitude exam, yes, this chapter plays a very important role because this is not just a chapter related to percentage, but the concept which you are going to learn in this chapter will be helpful for you in somewhere, let's say in profit and loss, or let's say in calculating a simple interest, compound interest. So this chapter is very important. And whether it's a banking exam, SSC, CGL, so in many competitive exam, these are a very common problems which has been asked based on percentage. So today's lesson will be of percentage. We will see the basics of percentage, how to calculate percentage, how to convert fraction into the percentage. Then we will see different types of problems. Okay, so make sure you are staying with me till the end. And if you have not still subscribed my YouTube channel, first do it and hit the notification bell. So without wasting time, let us begin this chapter. So I have divided this chapter in two parts. So part one will be related to basic, and in part two, we will see some examples based on percentage. Okay, so we will start with a part one. So here we go, a course on quantitative aptitude, basic mathematics, and the topic will be percentage, and I am Rishabh. So basically, what is a percentage? So a term percentage means a term percent means for every 100. Okay, that means when we talk of 50%, 60%, so it is for every 100. Out of 100, let's say you are in 10th standard, you have got a 70 percentage. So what? Meaning is what? Out of 100, you have got 70. So it is related to every 100. A fraction whose denominator is 100 is called a percentage, and a numerator of the fraction is called as a rate of cent, 50%. Okay, so it's a rate of cent, numerator. Now, it is one of the most important and simplest tool for comparison numerical data and information. So this thing I have already told in my introduction that why percentage is important, because it is very easy to compare any two things based on percentage. In business, it is used to compare a data like profits, growth rates, magnitude, etc. For example, let's say in a year 1920, profit of XYZ corporation has been increased by 10% than the previous year. That means there is one organization XYZ whose profit has been increased by 10% than the previous. So it is very easy uh, to someone to understand that profit has been increased, and by how much percent? By 10%. So that's why percentage are very important, and it plays a very important role in our day-to-day life also. Now, to convert a fraction into the percentage, let's say there is one fraction that is L by M, and how to convert this fraction into a percentage? So simply you have to multiply it with 100. Let's say a fraction given to you is 2 by 5, and you have to calculate how much percentage. So multiply it with 100. So 2 by 5 into 100, so it's a 40%. So 2 by 5 means 40%. 5 by 6, so 5 by 6 into 100 means 83.33 percentage. Okay, so any fraction, if you want to convert it into percentage, simply you have to multiply it with 100. Now let's say now reverse of it. Let's say percentage is given to you, and let's say you have to calculate a fraction out of it. So to convert a percent into the fraction, drop the percentage sign and divide the number by 100. Divide the number by 100. For example, what is a what fraction is 15 2 by 3 percentage? So what we have to do? So basically, what is 15 2 by 3? So 15 3s are 45, 45 plus 2 47, 47 divided by 3. What you have to do? Drop the percentage sign. So remove the percentage sign and divide this by 100. So 47 by 3 divided by 100. So what will be fraction? 47 by 300. Okay, so hope you have got these 2 points. How to convert a fraction into the percentage? You have to multiply it with 100. And if you want to convert a percentage into a fraction, then remove the percentage sign and divide the given number by what? 100. Okay, so these are the two important things one must know. Now, to find a percentage of given number, now see here, this is very important and very simple also. Now x percentage of given number n, let's say there is given number that is capital N, and you have to find out x percentage of it. So what will be formula? X divided by 100 into n. X divided by 100 into n. For example, 65 percentage of 300. 65 percentage of 300 means what? 65. How you will calculate 65 percentage of 300? 65. What is x here? X is 65. What is capital N here? 300. So x by 100 into n. So 65 by 100 into 300. It will be 195. Okay. Now let's say find a number whose 4 percentage is 72. Find a number whose 4 percentage is 72. So what is x here? 4. N, that we have to find out. And the answer is what? 72. So 72 is equal to 4 divided by 100 into capital N. So if you do the calculation, capital N is equal to 1800. That means 4 percentage of 1800 is what? 72. 4 percentage of 1800 is what? 72. Now, third, what percentage of 40 kg is 2.5 kg? Okay, what percentage of 40 kg is 2.5 kg? Now in this we have to find out what x. What you have to find out here? X. So how you will calculate? 2.5 divided by 40 into 100. 2.5 divided by 40 into 100. So it will be 6.25 percentage. Okay, that means 6.25 percentage of 40 is how much? 2.5 kg. Okay, again I am repeating, 6.25 percentage of 40 means how much? 2.5. Okay, so this is very simple concept. X percentage of given number, how to calculate? So formula is x upon 100 into capital N. Now calculating percentage. So in general way, how you can calculate a percentage? Percentage is equal to value obtained by total value into 100. For example, let Rajesh obtain 425 marks out of 650 marks in the first year of engineering. So there is one student who has got 425 marks out of 650. So what will be marks obtained by Rajesh in percentage? Let's say you have to calculate that marks in percentage. How you will calculate? So 425 out of 650 into 100. So it will be 65.38 percentage. That means Rajesh has got 65.38 percentage in first year of engineering. Now let's say there is another student, Swati, who has obtained 505 marks out of 650 in the same examination in the first year only. So how we will calculate Swati's marks in percentage? 505 divided by 650 into 100. So if you do this calculation, it will be 77.69 percentage. Now Rajesh got how much? 65 percentage. Now Swati, who has got what? 77 percentage. So can we conclude Swati's performance is better than Rajesh in first year engineering exam? That means what we are doing? We are comparing the marks which are obtained by two students. So that is how the percentage can be used for comparison of any two things. Okay, so that's why this example is given, that how we can use the percentage for comparison. So hope you are getting this point. These are very simple basic concept which I have already seen. Every student these things already he has studied in his schooling. Okay, so there are nothing new concept we are talking about. We are only revising the basic things about percentage. So let us again consider Rajesh marks 425 out of 650, Swati's marks 505 out of 650. Now Swati's marks is 80 greater than Rajesh marks. If you subtract 425 from 505, it will be 80. That means Swati got 80 marks more as compared to Rajesh. It means what is difference in marks? Divided by Rajesh marks into 100, which is equal to what is difference in marks? 80 divided by 425, that is Rajesh marks, into 100, which is equal to 18.8 percentage. So can we say Swati's marks is 18.8 percentage greater than Rajesh? Yes, we can say. Okay. Now, in second case, can we say Rajesh marks is 80 less as compared to Swati? Yes, we can say. So see, we are doing both the comparison, greater than and lesser than. So we have seen Swati who has got 18.8 percentage greater as compared to Rajesh marks. Now we are calculating Rajesh marks are how much percentage less as compared to Swati's marks. Okay, so hope you are getting both the things. So difference in marks, it will be 80. Now Swati's marks how much? It is 505. So 80 divided by 505 into 100, so it is 15.8. That means we can say Rajesh marks is 15.8 less as compared to Swati's marks. See, now what we have to learn here? Why there is in denominator here it is 425 and why there is 505? Okay, see, for what you are comparing. See, Swati's marks you are comparing with what? Rajesh marks in first case. See, if you consider this case, what you are calculating? You are calculating Swati's marks as compared to Rajesh marks. So as compared to Rajesh marks, that's why in the denominator you have to take Rajesh marks. Is it clear? Now, in the second case, you are calculating Rajesh marks as compared to Swati's marks. So as compared to Swati's marks. So that's why in the denominator you are taking Swati's marks. Okay. So are you getting what I am talking about? As compared to. So second percent is important in the denominator. So whatever things are related to second percent, that you have to take in the denominator. Okay. So hope you have got how you are calculating greater than and lesser than using percentage. Now let us see a type 1 problem. Now if A is X percentage more than that of B, if A is X percentage more than that of B, then B is less than that of A by X upon 100 plus X into 100 percentage. Okay, these are the basic formula that you have to remember. Second formula, if A is X percentage less than that of B, then B is more than that of A by X upon 100 minus X into 100 percentage. Okay, so hope both the formulas are clear to you. Now let us see examples based on this so that it will be clear how these formulas can be used for the comparison. Now example 1. Ram's salary is 20% more than that of Sham. How much percent is salary of Sham is less than that of Ram? Okay, so it is same. If Ram's salary is X percentage more as compared to, let's say, B, then how much percentage of salary of B is less as compared to A? So how you can calculate? Which formula you will use? X upon 100 plus X. What is X here? 20. So X upon 100 plus X. 20 upon 100 plus 20 into 100. So 20 upon 120 into 100. So how much you will get? You will get 16.6 percentage. That means Shyam's salary is 16% less as compared to Ram. See, it is obvious. If Ram's salary is more as compared to Shyam, meaning is what? If you do the reverse, Shyam's salary is less as compared to Ram. Now we are only calculating by how much percentage Shyam's salary is less as compared to Ram. So it will be 16%. Okay, so this is very basic example. One must able to solve based on the percentage. Now, let us see type 2 problem. Now, if A is X percentage of C, if A is X percentage of C and B is Y percentage of C. See, in first we are comparing A and C, that A is X percentage of C. Okay, in second case, we are comparing B and C, that B is Y percentage of C. Then can we say A is X upon Y into 100 percentage of B? See how we are calculating this. So A is what? X percentage of C. So can we write A is equal to X percentage, X by 100 into C? Yes, we can write. Now in second case, B is what? Y percentage of C. So can we write B is equal to Y upon 100 into C? So now you have to calculate how much A is percentage of B. So if A is equal to X upon 100 into C, B is equal to Y upon 100 into C. So we can calculate A is equal to what? X upon Y into 100 percentage of B. See, why 100? Because you have to calculate in percentage. So that's why percentage is there. See, if you know the fraction, how you will convert fraction into the percentage? By multiplying with 100. So that's why 100 is there. Okay, let us see example so that this concept will be clear to you. Now, A is what? 20 percentage of C. Okay. B is what? 25 percentage of C. Then what percentage is A of B? What is X here? 20. What is Y here? 25. So how you can calculate? A is equal to what? X upon Y into 100, which is equal to 20 upon 25 into 100, which is equal to what? 80 percentage of B. That means A is what? 80 percentage of B. Okay, so basically we are comparing three things, A, B and C here. In the type 1, we have compared with two things. In type number 2 problem, we are comparing three things. Okay. Now, let us see type 3 problem. If the price of commodity increases by P percentage, if price of commodity increases by P percentage, then reduction in consumption so as not to increase the expenditure is P upon 100 plus P into 100. Okay, see, type 3 problem, these are based on what? Income and expenditure. Okay, let's say in the market, prices are increasing. Okay, so if you want to keep your saving same, you have to reduce the expenditure. See, what is saving basically? Saving, how you calculate saving? Saving is equal to what? Income minus expenditure. Okay, income minus expenditure. If your income increases, income minus expenditure. If your income increases, saving will increase for same expenditure. Okay, now if your income is remaining same, but your expenditure, how much you are spending, if it increases, your saving will reduce. Okay, now what is the first case? In the first case, prices of commodity increases by P percentage. Okay, see, your income is not increasing, your expenditure will increase. So if you want to keep your saving same, you have to reduce in expenditure. You have to reduce in how much you are spending. So by how much percentage that you have to reduce? That you have to reduce by P upon 100 plus P into 100. Okay. In second case, if price of commodity decreases by P percentage, so increase in consumption so as not to decrease the expenditure is P upon 100 minus P into 100. In second case, what is happening? See, in second case, income is increasing. Income is increasing. So if you still want to have the same saving, so you have to reduce what? You have to reduce your expenditure. Okay, you have to reduce your expenditure. So by how much percentage you will increase your expenditure? You will increase your expenditure by P upon 100 minus P into 100. See, are you getting? So it is related to what? Saving. What is your income and what is your expenditure? So let's say prices are increasing in the market. Prices are increasing in the market. Suppose महंगाई बढ़ गई है. महंगाई क्या हुई है? बढ़ गई है. तो अगर महंगाई बढ़ गई है और अगर हमें सेविंग सेम रखनी है तो उसके दो तरीके हैं. एक तो आपको इनकम बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. ओके. और सेकंड, तुम्हारे जो स्पेंडिंग है, एक्सपेंडिचर है, वो क्या करना पड़ेगा? कम करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so based on this concept, these formulas are there. So again, we will revise and we will see the examples based on this. If the price of commodity increases by P percentage, then the reduction in consumption so as not to increase the expenditure is P upon 100 plus P into 100. And second formula is, if the price of commodity decreases by P percentage, then the increase in consumption so as not to decrease the expenditure is P upon 100 minus P into 100. Okay, let us see examples on this so that it will be clear to you. Okay, now I have given you two examples. The first example is, if the price of sugar increases by 25 percentage, क्या हो रहा है? Price of sugar increases by 25 percentage. How much percent its consumption be reduced so as not to increase the expenditure? Obviously, अगर prices बढ़ रही है sugar की, तो हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? उसका कंजम्पशन कम करना पड़ेगा. क्यों कम करना पड़ेगा? सो दैट जो हमारे एक्सपेंडिचर है उस पे, सी, अगर आपको ज्यादा शुगर खरीदी करनी है, लेट अस से बिगिनिंग में मार्केट 100 रुपीज की शुगर थी. नाउ इट्स प्राइजेस इंक्रीजेस बाय 25%. लेट से उसकी प्राइस क्या होगी? अभी 125 रुपीज पर केजी होगी. पहले कितना था? 100 प्लस केजी, रुपीज 100 पर केजी. अभी क्या हो गया? 125 पर केजी. अभी देखो, अगर आपको एक्सपेंडिचर बढ़ाना नहीं है, स्पेंडिंग बढ़ाना नहीं है, ऑब्वियसली आपको जो कंजम्पशन है शुगर का वो क्या करना पड़ेगा? कम करना पड़ेगा. आपको शुगर कम यूज करनी पड़ेगी सो दैट आपका एक्सपेंडिचर उस पे, आप उस पे ज्यादा खर्च नहीं करोगे. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट हियर? रिडक्शन इन कंजम्पशन, कि आपको कितने से उसका जो कंजम्पशन है शुगर का वो कम करना है. So formula is what? P upon 100 plus P into 100. What is P here? 25. So 25 upon 100 plus 25. So 25 upon 125, how much it will be? 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5 into 100, it will be 20%. That means if you reduce the consumption of sugar by 20%, okay, that means आप पहले 10 kg आप शुगर यूज कर रहे थे, लेकिन क्या हुआ, मार्केट में शुगर की प्राइस बढ़ गई, उसके वजह से आपको क्या करना पड़ा, जो कंजम्पशन है शुगर का वो कम करना है। अभी कितना कम करना है, instead of using 10 kg now only purchase 8 kg, so that आपका जो एक्सपेंडिचर, जो स्पेंडिंग हो रहा है टू बाय द शुगर, वो क्या रहेगा, कांस्टेंट रहेगा। ओके, नाउ आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर what we are actually calculating. Now let us see second problem. If the price of commodity decreases by 25%, अभी यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, प्राइसेस क्या हो रही है, कम हो रही है। सो फाइंड हाउ मच परसेंटेज इट्स कंजम्पशन भी इंक्रीज। अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, हम उसका कंजम्पशन बढ़ा सकते हैं, सो एज नॉट टू डिक्रीज द एक्सपेंडिचर। सो हाउ यू विल कैलकुलेट इंक्रीज इन कंजम्पशन, विच इज इक्वल टू p अपॉन 100 माइनस p into 100. So 25 upon 100 minus 25. So again 25 upon 75. So 1 by 3 into 100. So it will be 33%. So are you getting what I am, see क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम में क्या हो रहा है, सपोज पहले जो शुगर की प्राइस थी वो कितनी थी, 100 थी, 100 रुपीज पर केजी। अभी क्या हो गया, उसकी प्राइसेस रिड्यूस होगी 25%, लेट्स से 75 रुपीज पर केजी होगी। अभी क्या कर सकते हैं, पहले आप 100 केजी में 1 केजी आप बाय कर रहे थे, अभी 75 केजी में अभी क्या हो गया, उसका प्राइसेस क्या हो गया, कम हो गया। ऑब्वियसली यू विल टेक मोर शुगर, यू कैन इंक्रीज द कंजम्पशन ऑफ शुगर, क्योंकि उसका इफेक्ट नहीं होने वाला है आपके एक्सपेंडिचर पे। क्यों, क्योंकि शुगर की कीमत जो है वो क्या हो गई, कम हो गई। ओके, सो बोथ द प्रॉब्लम्स आई हैव कवर्ड। लेट्स से इफ प्राइसेस आर इंक्रीज, you have to reduce its consumption, it is obvious, and if the prices are reduces, you can increase its consumption. फर्स्ट केस में क्या हो रहा है, प्राइसेस क्या हो रही है, बढ़ रही है, सो रिड्यूस द कंजम्पशन। सेकेंड केस एग्जांपल 3.2 में क्या हो रहा है, प्राइसेस क्या हो रही है, कम हो रही है, सो यू कैन इंक्रीज इट्स कंजम्पशन। ओके, सो होप यू हैव गॉट both the cases here. So hope you have understood till this. Now we will see type 4 problem and then we will end up with part number 1. Now type 4 problem, if a number is changed, increase or decrease successively by x percentage and y percentage, then net percentage change is given by x plus y plus xy upon 100 percentage. Let's say there is one number which is increase or decrease successively by x percentage and then y percentage. So what will be percentage, net percentage change? So it is given by x plus y plus xy upon 100. Now you have to remember, note one point here, you have to remember one point, that if x और y indicates decrease in percentage, अगर x और y क्या कर रहे हैं, decrease percentage show कर रहे हैं, you have to take the negative sign before x और y, otherwise you can use the positive sign. So अगर x और y ये जो है decrease show कर रहे हैं, decrease in percentage, you have to take the negative sign. Now let us see a problem based on this so that the concept will be clear. Now first problem is, if salary of a person is increased by 10% and 20% successively, then what is the change in his salary? So I think this person is very, what we can say, if a salary of person is increased by 10% 20%, so usko दो बार increase मिल रहा है, so he is very lucky. Then what is the change in his salary? We have to calculate a net change. Okay, how you can calculate what is x here? See, what is x here? 10%. What is y here? 20%. So what will be net percentage change in his salary? X plus y plus xy upon 100. 10 plus 20 plus 10 into 20 upon 100 percentage. So if you calculate, so this 0, see, you can cancel this 0. So this will be 30. 30 plus 2, it will be 32. Okay, that means net percentage change in his salary will be 32. Okay, Now, second, the price of commodity first increased by 20% and then see what is here, decreased by 10%. So what is the percentage change? Net change we have to find out. What is X here? 20. What is Y here? Minus 10. Okay, it is what? Minus 10. So how you can calculate net percentage change? X, see, I have told you, if the percentage is decreasing, you have to take the negative sign. So 20 minus 10 plus 20 into minus 10 upon 100. So 10 minus, this will be 8. Sorry, this will be 2. So 10 minus 2, it will be 8. That means net percentage change in the price of commodity will be 8%. Okay, so hope you have got these basic problems which are based on percentage. So till two more types are remaining, and then we will see some of the very good solved examples based on percentage. So hope you have understood and you have liked my videos. If you are liking my videos, please do like, share and comment below the video. And if you have not still subscribed my YouTube channel, do it. And you can find the videos on the other topics. You can get the link of those videos in the description box. So please do watch. Till then, goodbye and thank you.